Triple Frontier is like the triple cheeseburger of Expendables movies. There's just more to sink your teeth into. Thank you all for watching. This is the Movie Maniac. Today we are talking about Triple Frontier, which stars Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac, Charlie Hunnam, and this is one of those movies that's part war film, part action movie, and all awesome. The director is J.C. Chandor, and he did a movie from a while ago called Margin Call, which I thought was very good. So I literally just finished watching this film, and now I'm here talking to you about it. So I haven't even had a lot of time for it to digest, so you're getting a very fresh reaction from me. It's interesting because there's this whole debate right now about the movie theaters versus Netflix, and this is a Netflix film, and I gotta tell you, if movies like 12 Strong were able to go to the theater, perform just alongside any other flick like that came out, Triple Frontier is certainly worthy of a spot in the cinema. It's just that it came out on Netflix, and I don't want that to discourage anybody because this is a theatrical quality film. No doubt about it. It opens up on a cool action sequence that makes me get right into the mood of this movie, and then it kind of switches over to getting the gang together and talking about the heist, planning it, developing it, and boy is that a lot of fun. It almost becomes sort of like my big male fantasy pulling one of these things off. As you can imagine, and I'm sure if you've seen the trailers, things are going well until they're not. And that's where this movie really knows how to pull itself off. Oscar Isaac is terrific. If you've only seen him in the Star Wars films, I've actually seen him outside of that in other movies. And if you haven't, though, Triple Frontier is a good place to launch off with that because it shows his range, it shows that he's a leading man, and that he's really a force to be reckoned with, and he carries this film from beginning to end so well. And Ben Affleck is also another main character, but really, this is Oscar's movie. I mean, it's an ensemble cast, it's everyone's, but at the end of the day, that man is carrying the torch. There's some beautiful cinematography on display here. The majority of the film takes place in South America, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe they shot most of the movie in Hawaii and Colombia. It's a beautiful backdrop for all of the action. This is another one of those movies where some people make it and you expect them to live, and then there's some people that don't make it and you didn't expect them to die. And so Triple Frontier does execute that quite well. No pun intended, okay? This is very clearly one of those movies that's going to work with one audience and then not do anything for another audience over here. So let's go ahead and clear this up. Let's play the Are You the Right Person to Watch Triple Frontier game, okay? So let's start off like this. I'm going to name some movies, and I want to see what kind of reaction it gets out of you. Lone Survivor, The Expendables trilogy, Tom Berenger's Sniper, Platoon, Hamburger Hill, and a bunch of other movies I'm not going to rattle off right now, okay? Maybe Act of Valor, that's another one. If any of that excites you and kind of gets the blood going and makes you go, ooh, man, he mentioned those movies? Yeah, I'm thinking about watching Triple Frontier. Then go for it, because this one is for you. If your reaction, though, let's go the other way, was kind of like, okay, whatever, stay away. I really think the pairing of Oscar Isaac and Ben Affleck together was a smart move. You really do believe that these were guys that knew each other a long time ago and are pairing back up for a different kind of mission, but that they had used these skill sets in the past and they had known each other in this kind of operation. I really love the action in this environment. I mean, it just made me feel like I was in middle school again watching these kind of action films from way back then where I'm just oozing with excitement and joy. What's very refreshing about Triple Frontier is that these characters operate off of a code. They have a sense of honor. So it's not like just a bunch of guys that are purely in it for the money. I mean, that's the big motivator, but at the same time, they're doing everything where they are constantly laying out certain rules. They don't want to kill any innocents. They're really specific about how they want to go about this job, and they take this all the way to the end of the picture, to where even when things go wrong and it would be convenient to break that code and to go against kind of their own rules, they never do. And that was just totally unexpected, because a lot of movies like these that we're used to seeing, you know, it really is kind of like, well, just bam, okay, keep it going, get the money, run, and then a bear eats them or something ridiculous, you know, where this film is smarter than that, and it was nice. It was nice to see that. I'm gonna tell you that this film has a 2 hour and 5 minute runtime. I think they could have easily cut 10 or 15 minutes out of this film. I just don't think it needed to be that long. I understand why they went for it, and I think that they really believed it needed it. I don't think you could have just simply cut footage in the editing room. It would have required some rewriting. It's hard for me to pin down a rating because I just get the sense that I'm going to revisit this movie in the future, which I want to. This does have replayability, and I can see it going up, and I can see it going up after that. I've been known to change my mind on film ever since I was a little kid. So, a Triple Frontier, bear with me because I almost hate to give this movie a rating right now. If I had to, though, it would be somewhere between a 7 and a 7.5. I just don't know if one day I'm going to revisit Triple Frontier and tell you it's actually a great war/action movie, because it kind of has all the makings of one, and maybe it was just the ending that kind of left me going, oh, okay. And then I kind of wanted the characters to make slightly different decisions. But still, it's not a bad ending. It just kind of makes you wonder, huh? Um, could maybe we could have given it a little extra charge or kick, you know? Believe it or not, you wouldn't expect this to be the kind of movie that would. There is a tiny little door left open for a sequel, and it's done in a cool way. It's not cheesy, and I actually thought about that when they set this thing up for a sequel, it references back to something earlier in the movie, and I thought, huh, well, if they ever want to revisit that, I guess they could. And right before the credits roll, they kind of throw this little thing in there just to kind of leave that door ever so slightly cracked. But what did you think? Please tell me, leave me your comment below, and make sure to tell me where you came down on this. What would you give it out of 10? I'd be really curious to hear, because I haven't talked to a lot of people that have seen it yet. Guys, make sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button so you can stay inside the mind of a movie maniac.